This is the third in a four-part series on the basics of statistics, describing a given collection of data. Part 1 considers the measures of central tendency. The three measures are defined, along with the method for finding each, and examples are provided. Part 2 considers percentiles, specifically the quartiles. We define the measures, learn how to find them, and look at examples. We also consider other measures to describe a set of data. Part 3 considers creating a box and whisker plot to provide a visual depicting all the measures defined in the earlier parts of the series. Part 4 considers the measures of spread, specifically the standard deviation. This measure is defined, as is the method for finding it. We look at an example in detail. In the previous installments in this series, we discovered how to find a large number of different statistics: the mean, median, mode, quartiles, maximum, minimum, range, upper and lower quartiles, and the interquartile range. These statistics provide a good way to summarize a set of numbers, but just listing all these statistics can be overwhelming. It would be preferable to depict all this information via some graphic display. That is exactly what a box and whisker plot does: provide a visual representation of all these statistics. But what exactly does a box and whisker plot look like? Oddly enough, a box and whisker plot looks like a box, with whiskers extending from either end of the box. However, each of those lines mean something specific. The whiskers depict the maximum and minimum of the set of numbers. The left end of the box is the lower quartile, and the right end of the box is the upper quartile. The line drawn in the middle of the box shows the median. An additional feature for the box and whisker plot that is not required, but often is illuminating, is to place a star for the mean of the data set. Once we have drawn the box and whisker plot, we can easily find the range or interquartile range. So let's look at an example and draw a box and whisker plot of our very own. Suppose an instructor gave a quiz in a statistics course and wanted to get a look at their class's results. The scores out of 25 points for the 15 students are shown. The instructor decides to make a box and whisker plot to show the overall results and see how well the students comprehended the work. To create the box and whisker plot, we need to find the minimum, maximum, median, and the lower and upper quartiles, although we will supplement the plot with the mean. To find the required measures, first we have to put the scores in order. This shows us that the minimum is 5, and the maximum was a perfect score of 25. Pairing off the highest and lowest scores, we find that the median is 19. Looking just at the scores lower than the median, the middle of those scores is 15, which is our lower quartile. We focus on the scores above the median and find that the upper quartile is 23. By adding all the scores together and dividing by 15, we find our mean is 18. Now that we have all the required statistics, we can create our box and whisker plot. First, we want to create our scale. We know that our scores range from 5 to 25, so we set our scale to extend slightly beyond. Next, we place dots for the maximum and minimum, and vertical lines for the quartiles and the median. Draw the sides of the box and connect the maximum and minimum dots to the ends of the box. Finish by placing a star at the mean score, and we have created our box and whisker plot.